All right, Jason Arona back here at the IFMAR World Championships here in Perth, Australia. It's been a great time here at the event. Kind of a long event here this year, but it's actually been a great time to catch up with friends, visit the area a little bit, plus get in some major racing action here at the track. Typically, what's fun about the World Championships for us each time is we get to debut some new products and really kind of introduce a few new things to the 8-scale world while we're here at every event. I mean, this goes back to when we ran the Worlds in North Carolina back in 2008. So now we're here, 10 years in the future here to 2018. We're still keeping those new tire releases coming each Worlds. We started out back then in 2008. We had 4 tires there, and each time we try something a little bit different that we think that the drivers would really like, and that sometimes we cater them specifically to that event. Here in Perth this year, we've brought out one tire. We call them the Blockers, and this is a tread pattern that's quite similar to what we have out right now. But to explain a little bit to everybody, which everyone's curious about, is why, when, where, all those type of things. And to kind of take us back to 2014, which was in Italy, we made the tire called the Reflex, which at the time was a small pin tire for us, something that kind of replaced some of the things that are in our lineup, like double Ds and things that we ran in the past really successfully. But, so we ran the Reflex tire. Since then, it's became an extremely popular tire for us. About a year ago, we made the Stalkers tire, which is another, basically just a square lug, very conventional looking tire, but it's based exactly off of the Reflex, but just a larger version. What we run into many times at these 8-scale events is drivers like a certain feel of a tire, like Ryan Mayfield. He really likes this Reflex tire. Spencer Rivkin, Ryan Cavallari, David Ronefalk, all the drivers that we have that are so successful with the Reflex. But they know that as you get closer to main event time, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, sometimes 60-minute main events, you need longer life. So that's where the Reflex option kind of goes away, and then you step into different tires like our Detox and other tires like that. During the World's warm-up that we had here several months back, David Ronefalk really ran the Stalkers tire with a lot of success. I believe he TQ'd and won that event with the Stalkers. But looking over the tire after he raced and after he won the event, he was really looking for a little more life out of that tire, especially for 60 minutes. And this track is extremely abrasive, so you're talking about something that isn't very easy to do. But what we wanted to do is, for the Worlds here, we said, hey, we got the Detox, we got the Reflex, we have all these tires that we really like, including the Stalkers. But what we wanted to do is keep something in line with what we've been doing and basically just take the same Reflex Stalker style tread pattern, and we wanted to bring something that just had a little bit more closer pin arrangement. We added some pins to the Stalkers. We brought them close together. We added, which is about 8 more rows to the tire, which really equates to about 104 more pins on the whole tire, which is really a lot. These tires have a ton of pins on them to begin with, but what we wanted to do was add even more because that gives us more life. But you can't just necessarily add pins wherever you want. It has to be done in sort of a way that really helps performance, and that's what we've done with the Blockers. We bring those pins closer together. That adds a little bit of life, longevity to the tire when you have the abrasive track. And, when we line these things up here, we got Reflex, Stalker, and Blocker. And it's when you're handling these tires or they're just on the car and you're walking by, it's really kind of hard to tell the difference. But when you're a racer and you're looking for the ultimate type of performance, when you like a certain feel on the track, we wanted to keep that Reflex feel. That's why we made the Stalkers. But then going into this Blocker tire, where the pins are even closer together, now we're going to get a little more life. And that's where we're going to really come in handy during 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and 60 minutes. And that's really what's going on here. I mean, I think people sort of the internet experts out there and the different people that just, they think they know everything, they say, hey, well, that one just looks like this or that one just looks like that. But really we had a lot to do here to make this thing come out the way we wanted it to and really have the performance. And it's really like I wanted to explain as sort of a progression of what we started back in 2014. and then back in 17 and now here in 18. And we really have like this lineup which gives the car a similar feel around the track, but really just kind of gives you different wear characteristics and essentially speed characteristics, which change quite a bit. So take a look at these blockers. Been a great tire here at the track here in Australia. We expect these to be out in the next couple months in multiple compounds. We got we're using everything from blue, R2, O2, Y2, and we're testing some compounds here this weekend as well. So basically we use the Worlds as our test bed, and we try to do it with accuracy. We try to do it with the performance in mind, trying to take the win at an event like this, and we're trying to add something to our drivers' arsenal that they don't currently have. So at a Worlds event like this, the semifinals and the main becomes the most critical, and during qualifying and all your practice sessions, you're really trying to gear up for that. So that's what we're doing here with the tire lineup. Take a look at the blockers. We got a nice video here to show you the difference between the different tires, how they play into the racing here this weekend, and how they'll play into your own personal racing. So stay tuned, and thanks for joining us here with J Concepts. We're here direct at the Worlds, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for joining us.